All right, guys, I just landed here in Bozeman, Montana to pick up Mr. Gus, and I'm going to be driving him all the way across the country back to Florida this week. If you guys have been following the channel, you know that I drove him out here to Montana from Florida at the beginning of the summer, and I do this every summer for Mr. Gus here. I absolutely love these adventures with him. He's one of my all-time favorite dogs, and he's so easy to travel with. And his family lives part of the year in Florida and then does the summer out here in Montana. So I drive Gus and their car for them every summer, and it's just such an incredible experience. We made it to the Super 8 Motel in Spearfish, South Dakota, so it has been a long day for us. I was up at like 4:30 this morning to be able to catch my flight from Jacksonville to Dallas, and then my flight from Dallas to Bozeman, Montana. And then it was 6 hours of driving from the airport in Bozeman to get here to Spearfish. So yeah, I am pooped. It has been a long day for us. And tomorrow we are gonna stop and see the largest prairie dog in the world. There is supposedly a 6-ton concrete prairie dog, so that'll be cool. You know, Gus and I have made this journey several times before, so we've kind of seen most of the big touristy stuff along our route, but, you know, I always try to find some new and different things. All right, guys, check this out. We just got... We just got checked into our hotel here in Omaha, Nebraska, and I got a free upgrade to this suite. I mean, if you guys are not using Priceline to book your hotels, you guys have got to use Priceline. I get free upgrades literally all the time, but this is a good one. I actually stayed at this exact same hotel with Gus when I drove him to Montana at the beginning of the summer, and I was in a really gross room. The only reason I booked this hotel again is because it's like the only hotel I could find in Omaha with less than a $50 pet fee. And then I get this room this time. So I guess this makes up for the last time I was here. On the subject of pet fees, that is honestly like one of the hardest parts about doing these long distance drives with dogs is, you know, most hotels don't list their pet fees online. It'll just say if they're pet friendly or not. And then you start calling the hotels, and some of them will be like $100 a night, or they'll have special stipulations and all of this kind of stuff. Especially the big brands like Hampton and Holiday Inn, Marriott, all of those big fancy brands have high pet rates. So I typically end up staying at like La Quinta's. This is a Comfort Inn, and it had a $25 pet fee, which is pretty reasonable. But I just had to call like 10 different hotels before I found one that was in a safe area, had somewhere decent to walk Gus, and had an affordable pet fee. We're walking around the Heartland of America Park in downtown Omaha right now. It is such a beautiful park right here on the river, and we are just loving life. You know, this is something I make sure to do every day since we spend so much time in the car on these long distance pet transportation gigs. I always make sure that the dogs get a good walk in the morning and in the evening. Good morning. Gus and I are starting our next day on the road here at the Lewis and Clark Monument outside of Omaha, and it is really beautiful. Gus and I are at the Lemay Sculpture Park in St. Louis. I don't know if it's Lemay or Lemire. Someone will have to tell me what it is down in the comments. But it is such a cool park. It's like 105 acres, and they have a 1.5-mile trail with over 60 of these huge sculptures. It's really beautiful. You know, I've been to St. Louis several times with Gus now, and we've seen the Gateway Arch, we've seen the largest chess piece in the world, all kinds of stuff in St. Louis. I love this city, but this is our first time at this sculpture park, and I think we will definitely come back here. Gus and I are at the Parthenon in Nashville, Tennessee right now. This is so cool. It is a life-size, like actual size replica of the real Parthenon in Athens. So everybody drop a comment down below and say hashtag Gus goes to Greece. Gus and I are at our last gas and potty break in Macon, Georgia right now. And we have about 4 hours left to get to my house, and Gus will stay with me and Turkey and King at my house tonight, and then I will get him delivered to his mom when she flies in tomorrow. All right, Gus and I made it back to Jacksonville, where I live, late last night, and we're about to go deliver him to his mom. We had an awesome journey across the country together again. He's my best buddy. It was so cool getting to have him here at home with my baby boy Turkey and King. If you guys are interested in my long-distance pet transportation, please send me an email at doug@dougthedogguy.co, and I would love to help you get your babies anywhere that they need to go. I am fully USDA certified and insured, and getting to take these adventures with dogs is just truly a dream come true for me. So let me know how I can help. And with that, I'm Doug the Dog Guy. This is Gus, this is Turkey, and we're reminding you to stay positive.